Welcome to God's Message Now Today channel, a channel dedicated to bringing you the most inspiring and uplifting messages to help you connect with God. Subscribe for more videos. Today, we will be talking about the topic, "The Traitor is Closer Than You Think." Click to see who, my beloved child. Pause. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, whether your mind is spinning with 1,000 worries or your heart is submerged in a heavy silence, I invite you right now to pause. Take a deep breath, exhale, and in this precious moment of peace, I invite you to listen closely to my voice, not with the ears of the flesh, which are so often distracted by the noise of the world, but with the ears of your soul, in that deepest place where my truth resonates like an eternal melody. This message is not something you have stumbled upon by chance. It is not a random collection of words arranged on a screen. This is a divine appointment. This is a communion ordained before the foundations of the world were laid. I, the creator of the universe, who holds the stars in the palm of my hand and calls each one by name, am turning my undivided attention toward you. You, yes you, the one reading these words. I have seen the path you have walked. Oh, beloved, I have seen it all. I witnessed your first innocent steps on the road of life, your radiant smiles free from care. And I was also there, watching silently, when the road became rough, when the sharp pebbles of disappointment bloodied your feet, when the shadows of fear and doubt enveloped you. I have seen the roads you chose in your fledgling wisdom, and also the detours you were forced upon by circumstance, by the decisions of others, by the unexpected storms of life. I have seen the long nights you lay awake, staring into the darkness, wondering if the dawn would ever come. I have seen the forced smiles you wore like a mask to hide the chaos within, and more than seeing, I have heard. I have heard the cries of your heart, not the tears that streamed down your cheeks for the world to see, but the silent, choked sobs in the depths of your soul, the unspoken cries for help you thought no one could hear. I heard your heart break when trust was betrayed. I heard it pound in your chest when anxiety gripped you. I heard its weary, exhausted beat after endless battles. And I know the questions you carry in the silence of your spirit. The questions of why, when, am I strong enough? The questions you dare not speak aloud, fearing the answer is one you do not want to hear, or worse, that there will be no answer at all. But I am here to tell you that I know it all. There is not a single hidden corner in your soul, not a single scar in your memory, not a single fear in your future that is unknown to me. Your silence was never silent to me. Your pain was never ignored by me. You have never, not for a single moment, been forgotten. And now, having affirmed that you are seen, heard, and completely understood, hear me now, for the most crucial part of this message is beginning. Clear your mind of the enemy's lies, of the negative prophecies of doubt, of the burdens of the past. Open your soul to receive a truth that has the power to change everything. I have great and wondrous things prepared for you. Read that sentence again. Not just good things, not just pleasant things, but great and wondrous things. These are not fanciful ideas or wishful thinking, not vague hopes to soothe you for a moment. No, these are sacred realities waiting to unfold in your life. They are chapters already written in the book of your destiny. Brilliant and glorious pages you are about to turn. What you have experienced so far, all the trials, the tears, the waiting, they are not your story. They are merely the preface to an epic saga that I am about to write through your life. My beloved, etch this truth deep into your being. Let it become the anchor for your soul amidst the storms of turmoil. Nothing in your life happens by chance. This world may worship coincidence. Philosophy may ponder chaos, but in my kingdom, there is no such thing as random. You have not come this far by accident. You are not a dry leaf blown about by an aimless wind. You are an arrow shot from my bow, aimed at a precise target I have predetermined. Every step, even the painful ones, has been known and orchestrated. By me. Think about that deeply. The doors that slam shut in your face, leaving you disappointed and confused, it was I who closed them, not to punish you, but to protect you from paths not meant for you, paths leading to greater emptiness and sorrow. The rejections you faced, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers at the last moment. That was my intervention to realign the timing, to prepare you for something infinitely better. The people who walked out of your life, leaving a vast emptiness, that was me clearing space in your heart and your life to make room for the divine connections I am about to bring, even your missteps. The times you stumbled because of your own weakness or stubbornness, even those I can weave into my grand tapestry. I am the divine master recycler. I can take the broken pieces of failure and turn them into the foundation for a glorious victory. I can take your regret and turn it into wisdom. I can take your scars and turn them into emblems of my grace and strength. You see, my plan is not a straight, easy path. It is a tapestry woven with countless threads of every color. The golden threads of joy, the silver threads of hope, but also the black threads of suffering and the gray threads of waiting. When you look from below, from your human perspective, you see only a jumbled mess of tangled, meaningless threads. You cannot understand why the black thread had to appear there, why there are ugly knots. But from my perspective, from above, I see the entire picture. I see its breathtaking beauty, where every single thread, no matter the color, plays an indispensable role in creating a masterpiece. This orchestration is repeated throughout this message because you need to hear it until it seeps into every cell of your being. Every step you take, even when it feels uncertain, is ordered by my sovereign hand. When you feel lost in the fog, know that it was I who created that fog, and I am also the lighthouse that will guide you through. When you feel you are sinking, know that it is my hand beneath you, not to let you drown, but for you to learn to. Trust that I will never let you go under. Now, lift your vision. You are not created merely to exist, to pay bills, to go through repetitive days, can then disappear into nothingness. That is an insult to my creation. You were made for kingdom purpose, for eternal glory, for a divine destiny this world defines. Success by the numbers in a bank account, by the number of followers, by the size of a house, or the glamour of a car. But those things are dust. They will fade, rust, and decay. Those who chase them without me are like moths, drawn to a fleeting light, and ultimately walk blindfolded to their destruction. They build their kingdoms on sand, and when the storms of life come, it will all collapse. But you, my beloved child, you have chosen the better part. You may not realize it, but amidst the seductive calls of the world, there have been times you turned your heart toward me. Amidst the chaos, you sought peace. Amidst the falsehood, you yearned for truth. You have chosen me, and I tell you today, I will honor that choice. That choice of yours has resounded throughout heaven. It is a melody that pleases me, and because you have chosen me, the plans I have for you are not the plans of this world. They are not tainted by the world's corruption. They are pure, holy, and full of power. I am not interested in building a worldly empire for you. I am building an eternal legacy through you. I do not want to give you fleeting fame. I want to grant you a divine influence. I do not just want to give you material wealth. I want to fill you with the riches of my grace, wisdom, and love. On the path you are on, the path you have chosen to walk with me, I will pour out my peace and my wisdom upon you as never before. You will no longer wander aimlessly. Every step you take now has meaning. Every decision is guided by a divine compass. You are being guided with purpose. This path may lead you through deep valleys where darkness seems to overwhelm. But it is in those very valleys that you will learn the deepest intimacy with me. And this path will also surely lead you to towering mountaintops where you can see the landscape from my perspective, where the air is fresh and the vision is clear. And remember, whether in the valley or on the mountaintop, every step you take, even when it feels uncertain, is ordered by my sovereign hand. Your divine destiny is not an abstract, distant concept. It is a reality that is being unveiled, layer by layer, like a rose slowly blooming, each layer of petals revealing a new beauty, a new fragrance. Be patient with the process. Trust the gardener. Now, I want to challenge the limits of your thinking. You have prayed, you have asked, you have hoped, and that is good. But I want you to know that what I have prepared for you far exceeds your most humble prayers. I do exceedingly, abundantly above all that you could ask or think. This means that the blessings I am about to pour into your life, you haven't even imagined them yet. You might be asking for a new job to pay the bills. I, however, am preparing a career, a calling that will bring you joy and purpose. You might be praying for healing in a broken relationship. I, however, am planning a complete restoration, bringing a level of intimacy and understanding you have never known. You might be asking for peace in the storm. I, however, want to give you the ability to walk on water in the midst of that storm. Your prayers are just one level of breakthrough. It is what you, with your limited understanding, think you need. But I, with my infinite understanding, know what you truly need and what your soul craves. I have prepared something beyond your capacity to request. So I challenge you today. Expand your faith, stretch the boundaries of your belief. Do not build limiting walls around my power with your small expectations. Dare to dream bigger dreams. Dare to ask for the impossible. Dare to believe for the miraculous. Expect miracles that defy human logical explanation. Expect provision to come from unexpected sources. Silencing every voice of lack. Expect relationships that mirror my covenant love, faithful, committed, and unconditional. Expect doors to open with supernatural ease, doors that no force can shut. Why can you expect these things? Because I am not. Like man, I am not limited by time, by resources, by people, or by logic. I am the one who spoke and the universe came into being. I am the one who breathed life into dust. I am the one who parted the Red Sea, made the sun stand still, and called the dead back to life. I am the one who created everything, sustains everything, and is able to do for you what no one else can. Never doubt that. You are not an outsider looking in. You are one of my own, and therefore you have access to all that I am and all that I have done in your life and in your lineage. There may have been repeating negative cycles of fear, of lack, of sickness, of brokenness, of addiction, of generational bondage. These patterns may have seemed unbreakable, like fortified walls preventing you from entering your promised land. Today, as the Lord of hosts, I declare, the breakthrough is coming. The chains are being broken. The patterns are being shattered. The curses of the past are being nullified by the power in my name. Even as I speak these words, my angels are being dispatched to execute this command in your life. What the generations before you could not overcome, you will conquer. The doors that were closed to your parents will swing wide open for you. The sicknesses that have plagued your family will have no power over you. What seemed impossible for others will become natural for you, because my anointing is upon your life. This anointing is a divine favor, a supernatural empowerment that makes difficult things easy and impossible things possible. And I will not only break the negative, I will also make restitution. I will repay you for the seasons the locusts have eaten, the years you feel were wasted, the opportunities that were stolen, the energy that was drained, the joy that was robbed. I am restoring all those places. But I do not just restore what was lost. I will give you double for your trouble. Where there was shame, you will receive double honor. Where there was rejection, you will find acceptance and belonging in my family. Where there was loss, you will see redemption and restoration far beyond what you lost. And here is the exciting part. This restoration will not come from where you expect it. Do not try to figure out how I will do it. Do not limit me with your understanding. You are looking for a small stream, while I am preparing to open up an entire ocean. You are looking at one door, while I am taking down an entire wall. I am the God of surprises, the one who turns water into wine, who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Get ready to be amazed. Get ready to see my hand move in creative and unpredictable ways. My beloved child, my promise is sure. My plan is perfect. However, there is a part you must play, a decision you must make every day. You must first let your faith be stronger than your feelings. Your feelings are like the weather. They are constantly changing. There are sunny days of joy and hope. But there are also gloomy days of sadness, storms of anger, and dense fog of confusion. If you build your life on the foundation of your feelings, you will be tossed about by every changing wind. You will live in a state of constant instability and anxiety. Faith, on the other hand, is the solid rock. Faith is not about denying your feelings. I created you with the capacity to feel deeply. Faith is choosing not to let your feelings control you. It is a conscious decision to let your spirit lead and not your emotions. This requires proactivity. When you wake up and feel afraid, faith says, I will not fear, for the Lord is with me. When you feel tired, faith says, my strength comes from the Lord. When you feel hopeless, faith says, God is my hope. This is a call to be steadfast, be immovable, keeping your eyes on me and not on the distractions that try to pull you away. Those distractions could be the immediate problems, the negative words of others, or the lies whispered in your mind. They are like violent waves. But if you keep your eyes on me, the creator of the seas, you will not be submerged. I know you are tired. I know there are days you feel you cannot take another step. I know there are lies whispering to your mind that nothing is changing, that things will never get better. But I am here to tell you a greater truth. You are closer than you think. That pressure and that fatigue, they are not signs of failure. They are the final resistance before the breakthrough. Your enemy knows you are on the threshold of something great, and it is throwing everything it has to stop you. Do not give up now. Your faith has been forged in the fire of trials. You are no longer a fledgling believer. You have matured. You have learned to trust me beyond what you can see. You have learned to praise me even when your heart aches. You have learned to cling to my promises even when circumstances say the opposite. This is no small thing, beloved. This is the evidence of a heart transformed by grace, a life rooted in my promises. And I am so pleased with that this trust is also demonstrated by not limiting me with your own expectations, but instead expanding your faith, stretching the boundaries of your belief. This is not an act of greed, but from a place of trust. From a heart that knows its Father is a generous King who delights in giving good gifts to his children. You do not need to understand how I will do it. You only need to believe that I will. Let that simple but profound truth be the resting place for your soul. My voice now shifts from tenderness to a declaration of power. Hear me, beloved, and let these words be your weapon. Your enemies will fall. Your obstacles will be overcome. On this journey, I do not promise ease, but I promise presence. There will be battles. There will be adversaries. There will be mountains that seem insurmountable, but you will never fight alone. I will never send you into a battle without equipping you. I will never leave you without strength. I will never let your faith run dry. Just when you feel weakest, that is when my strength is made most perfect in you. And understand this clearly. Your victory does not depend on your ability. It is not because of your perfection, but because of my faithfulness. I have promised, and I cannot lie. I have begun a good work in you, and I will bring it to completion. This truth is a steadfast anchor. Let it anchor your soul when doubt tries to rise. There are forces, both seen and unseen, that do not want to see you succeed. They are jealous of your calling. They are terrified of your destiny. They may launch slander, lies, and insidious schemes to discourage and derail you. But I declare to you today, your enemies will not prevail. Every slander, lie, and envious plot of theirs, I will deal with. You do not need to take vengeance into your own hands. You do not need to waste energy defending yourself. Hand that battle over to me. I am the righteous vindicator, and I will vindicate you publicly. I will make it clear to the world that I am with you, not to boost your ego, but to glorify my name through your story. Your story will be a living testament to my faithfulness and redemptive power. In your loneliest moments, when you felt abandoned by the world, remember that I was there. My power shielded you like a shield. My grace upheld you when you were about to fall, and my blessing carried you through snares you did not even know existed. Take hold of this promise and declare it boldly. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is not just a nice saying. This is a spiritual reality. Every critical word will be silenced. Every plan formed in secret against you will be exposed and dismantled. You walk in my covering, and you carry my authority. That authority is not your own, but mine through you. So use it, speak my word, declare my truth. When fear comes, say, God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When lack threatens, say, my God shall supply all my needs according to his riches in glory. Do not back down. You are stronger than you think, because I live in you. Your words have the power to create or to destroy. They can build a future full of hope or reinforce the walls of despair. Therefore, I implore you, guard the door of your mouth. Do not allow complaints or doubts to escape your lips. Complaining is you agreeing with the enemy that your circumstances are bigger than I am. Doubting is you putting a question mark where I have put an exclamation point. Both weaken your faith and delay your breakthrough. Instead, speak life, speak faith, speak gratitude, for what you declare will shape what you receive. Your words are like seeds. If you sow seeds of negativity, you will reap a harvest of disappointment. But if you sow seeds of faith, even on the barren ground of your current circumstances, you will reap a harvest of miracles. Speak about what I am doing, not what you are seeing. Speak of my promises, not your problems. Be grateful for what you already have and for what is to come. Gratitude is a magnet for blessings. Right now, I invite you to join in a prophetic act of faith. Pause for a moment and declare these words from the depths of your heart. Say them out loud if you can. Let the angels hear. Let the enemy hear and tremble. Let your own soul hear and be strengthened. Declare, my Lord, I believe you. I trust you. I patiently await your blessing. Did you say it? Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere? Because I heard it. Heaven heard it. And this is my answer to you. I have heard your prayer. I have paid attention to your cry. And I say to you, I have a solution. I have a miracle. I have a sign. And this message is the beginning of that sign. Your reception of this message is not by chance. It is proof that I am at work. It is the confirmation that your breakthrough has begun. Hold on to it. Reread it. Let it sink deep into your soul. This is your map for the coming season. My beloved child, I want you to understand one of the most beautiful and powerful principles in my kingdom, the principle of the divine exchange. I do not just remove the bad from your life. I replace it with something incomparably good. You are entering a season of divine exchange. I am trading your ashes for beauty, your mourning for joy, your despair for a garment of praise. Think about ashes. That is what remains after a fire. It is a symbol of loss, of destruction, of an end. Perhaps you are looking at heaps of ashes in your life, the ashes of broken dreams, the ashes of failed relationships, the ashes of lost opportunities. You see only gloom and hopelessness. But I see potential. I am an expert at turning ashes into beauty. I will take what was burned and rebuild something even more glorious than before. This beauty will not be a superficial cover-up. It will be a deep, lasting beauty, born from my redemptive power. Think about mourning. It is the sound of pain, of loss. I do not belittle your tears. Every single one is precious in my sight. But I do not want you to live in mourning forever. I am about to replace it with the oil of joy, a joy that is not dependent on circumstances, a deep joy flowing from my presence within you, like a river that never runs dry. This joy will be your strength. And think about the spirit of despair. It is like a heavy, dark cloak that weighs you down and suffocates the life out of you. I am about to remove that cloak and clothe you with a garment of praise. You will praise me not because you have to, but because your heart will be so full of gratitude and wonder at what I have done. Your praise will become a weapon that pushes back the darkness. What you once thought was loss was actually my protection. What you called failure, I call foundation. What you felt like punishment was actually me positioning you for the coming blessing. Do you see the shift in perspective? I am inviting you to see your life through my lens. When you do, everything changes. This restoration is not just spiritual. It encompasses your entire being. I have declared healing for your body, clarity for your thoughts, renewal for your heart. The chains of depression, anxiety, and discouragement, they are not your identity. They are legal squatters. And I, the rightful king of your life, am breaking them even now. Feel them loosening. Feel the burden being lifted. You do not belong to the darkness. You are a child of the light, and I am calling you to arise. Arise from the sickbed of despair. Arise from the mire of self-pity. Arise and walk into the glorious light of the purpose I have for you. To step into this new season, you need to travel light. That means you must let some things go. There are friendships, relationships, and voices in your life that have led you into confusion and defeat. Let them go. This may be one of the hardest things I ask of you. There are relationships you have clung to out of fear of loneliness, out of habit, or because you hope they will change. But if those relationships constantly pull you down, drain your spirit, and make you doubt your worth and your calling, then they are not from me. They are anchors holding you in the harbor of the past, while I am calling you out to the open. See. Be courageous. Trust me to purge your life of what is not from me. This process may be painful for a moment, like pruning a tree, but it is necessary so you can bear more fruit. You were not called to crawl through the garbage of false promises and empty pursuits. You were made for glory. Make room for that glory. And as you let go of the toxic, I will begin a deeper work of healing. I know there are hurts and painful memories that still haunt you. The places of pain that still carry a memory, the wounds not fully healed. I see them. I am not asking you to pretend they do not exist. I want you to bring them to me. I do not ignore your scars. I anoint them with the healing oil of my spirit. I do not rush the healing process. I guide it gently and patiently. There is no shame in this process, only grace. Let these words sink in. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are not behind. You are being prepared, and this restoration will extend to your relationships. I am restoring relationships, renewing vision, and resetting your heart to beat in rhythm with mine. Relationships that were fractured by misunderstanding will be healed. Family ties that were broken will be reconciled. And you will begin to see others through my eyes. With compassion and grace, you will feel lighter, not because the burdens are gone, but because I have taken them on for you. You will feel stronger, not because everything is easy, but because I am upholding you. My grace is not an abstract, theological concept. It is a living force that surrounds and sustains you daily. Breathe it in. Live in it. One of the enemy's biggest lies is that you are alone. It wants to isolate you because an isolated sheep is an easy prey. But I declare this truth over your life. You will not walk into the next season alone. I am bringing people alongside you who love me, who will love you genuinely. These are not superficial relationships based on benefit or performance. These are divine connections born from my heart. You will not have to strive to belong. You will not have to pretend. You are tired of having to wear a mask, of trying to be someone you are not just to be accepted. That era is over. I am bringing people who will love you for who you are, with all your strengths and weaknesses. You will find safe places, holy friendships, divine connections that speak to your purpose and not just your performance. They will be people who encourage you, pray for you, speak the truth in love to you, and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. They will be your spiritual family. Start looking for them. Open your heart, because they are looking for you too. This is a crucial part of my promise for this new season. You will not be lonely anymore. Beloved, one of the greatest battles you face is not external, but internal. It is the battle over identity. The world, your past, and the enemy constantly try to label you. Failure, not good enough, rejected, damaged. Today, I want to stamp my eternal truth over all those false labels. Listen closely. Your identity is secure in me. You do not have to prove yourself. You do not have to earn love. You are already loved with an everlasting love. Before you did anything, good or bad, I loved you. My love is not based on your performance. It is based on my character. My love is the starting point, not the reward. Let this truth be the firm anchor for your soul, a shield for your heart, and a fuel for your faith. I rejoice over you, not for what you do, but simply because you are mine, my child, my treasure, my reflection. Just like a parent is proud of their child, not for their achievements, but simply because that child is theirs. My joy over you is 1,000,000 times greater than that. When I look at you, I do not see your mistakes. I see my Son, Jesus. I see his righteousness covering you. I see the potential I have placed inside of you. Stand up straight. You do not belong to the darkness. You are a child of the light, and I am calling you to arise. Live up to your true identity. You are not a victim. You are a victor. You are not a problem. You are a solution. You are a chain breaker, a restorer, a rebuilder, a reflection of my heart to a world desperately looking for something real. That is who you truly are. That is your calling. It is time you started believing it and acting on it, because you belong to me, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You also carry royal spiritual blood. You are royalty, not because of earthly status, but because you belong to the King of Kings. This has nothing to do with arrogance. On the contrary, it has to do with responsibility and authority. I am calling you higher, not in position, but in perspective. It is time to see what I see, to see yourself through my eyes. It is time to stop magnifying your weaknesses and start magnifying my strength. Every time you say, I can't in your heart, hear me respond with, I can. With every limitation you feel, hear me answer with my limitless power. Do you feel you are being stretched to your limit? Good. Your capacity is being expanded, not to break you, but to enlarge you. You are like a clay vessel being widened, so it can hold more treasure, more of my glory. You are growing in grace, wisdom, and strength, and soon you will not even recognize yourself from the last season. People who knew you before will look at you and be amazed at the transformation. They will see a new confidence, a new peace, a new authority in you, and you will know that it is not you, but me in you. Now, let's talk about your past, about the most painful seasons, the seasons where you felt your voice was silenced, your worth was questioned, and your heart was broken time and time again. You may have thought I had abandoned you in those moments, but the truth is, I was with you the entire time. Not a single tear was wasted, not a single moment was forgotten. I have collected every sorrow, every sigh, every struggle, and I have woven them into your testimony. This is a revolutionary truth. Your pain was not pointless. I am turning it into purpose. I am turning your wounds into wisdom. I am turning your mess into a message, and that message will have power. What once brought you pain will now bring healing to others. You will be able to look into the eyes of someone who is suffering and say, I understand. I've been there. And let me tell you what God did for me. Your testimony will be more persuasive than 1,000 sermons. What once made you feel disqualified will now be a sign of my grace. The truth is, I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called. Your past weaknesses and failures do not disqualify you. On the contrary, they become the dark backdrop that highlights the brilliance of my grace and power. So, let your soul awaken to the truth of your identity. You are not what others say about you. You are not defined by rejection, by failure, by betrayal. You are defined by my love, my sacrifice, my name. Picture this. You are clothed in a robe of righteousness, carrying the fragrance of my presence, walking under the canopy of my favor. This is not a poetic image. This is a spiritual reality. Walk in that truth. Live from that truth. As you step into this new season, you will not walk blindly. I am not only your comforter, I am also your wonderful counselor. I am whispering strategies into your spirit, creative ideas, divine wisdom, supernatural insights, solutions to problems that have lingered for too long. Pay attention. Take time in the quiet to listen. These ideas may come at the most unexpected times, while you are in the shower, driving, or just before you fall asleep. They will be ideas that bear the hallmark of heaven. They will be creative, solution-oriented, and often outside your normal logic. You will begin to see with new eyes and hear with new ears. Your spiritual discernment will become sharper. You will be able to tell the difference between my voice, your own voice, and the enemy's voice. Your sensitivity to my leading will increase, and you will just know this is me. This is my instruction. This is my door. And when that door opens, walk through it with boldness. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. Do not wait for permission from others. When I open a door, no one can shut it. There is no need to shrink back or apologize for being favored. There is no need to diminish your voice to make others comfortable. It is time for you to take your place. This wisdom is not just book knowledge. You will walk in wisdom beyond your years, not because you read it, but because I revealed it. And with this wisdom comes authority, the kind of authority that commands storms to be still, the kind of authority that shifts atmospheres, the kind of authority that breaks chains off of others just by your presence. Do you understand? Your very presence, when filled with me, will become a catalyst for change. Because I live in you, you become a carrier of my presence. This has profound implications. You carry me, and because you carry me, everything you touch gets touched by heaven. Think about that in your daily life. Your workplace will change. Chaos will give way to order. Stress will give way to peace. You will bring solutions and wisdom that will astound your superiors and colleagues. Your home will change. It will become a sanctuary of peace, an oasis of love where my presence dwells. Your relationships will change. You will bring healing, reconciliation, and grace to those around you. And what is the best part? This change is not because of your striving, but because of your surrender. The less you try in your own strength, and the more you surrender to my power, the greater the changes you will see. It is a kingdom paradox. Strength is found in surrender. Victory is found in rest out, and along with the external changes, I will also do an internal work. I am also restoring joy to you, uninhibited laughter, smiles that are no longer forced, a heart so light with peace that you will forget what it feels. Light to be burdened. This joy will not be circumstantial. It will be spiritual. It will defy logic. It will confuse the enemy. Why? Because what was meant to break you, I have used to build you. What was meant to silence you, I have turned into your shout. Your life will become a living testimony, a billboard for my goodness and power. Now we come to the heart of the matter, the purpose behind all these blessings and breakthroughs. My beloved child, you are not just being prepared for a blessing, but you are being prepared to be a blessing. Everything I am doing in you is not just for you. I am expanding your capacity so you can carry more of me, not for status, but for service, not for applause, but for impact. The ultimate goal is always about others. I bless you so you can bless others. I heal you so you can be an agent of healing. I give you wisdom so you can guide the lost. You will be a carrier of my glory. You will walk into rooms and darkness will dissipate. You will speak and truth will cut through confusion. You will touch and healing will flow, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. Get ready. You will find yourself in rooms you never dreamed of. You will stand before people you once thought were inaccessible. And when you are there, remember your purpose. You are not there to impress. You are there to impact. You are not there to perform. You are there to release others from their bondages. You are a vessel of glory. So, carry me with reverence. Carry me with courage. Carry me with joy. Let my presence radiate from you naturally, touching and transforming everything and everyone in your path. This is your high calling. In the excitement of these promises, there may be an urge to rush, to see everything happen immediately. But I want you to take a deep breath and anchor yourself in another foundational truth. I am the God of perfect timing, and I do not move according to your panic, but according to my promise. My timing is perfect. Not too early, not too late. You may feel you are falling behind. That time is running out. That is a lie. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust me when I tell you this. Everything is under my control. Nothing has surprised me. Nothing has escaped my sovereignty. What you see as chaos, I see as calibration. What you see as a delay, I see as preparation. You do not need to see the whole picture. You just need to trust the one who painted it. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the need to control the outcome. Entrust it all to me. Be still and let me calm your restless mind. And remember, you are not alone in your battles. I walk beside you even when the road feels dry and desolate. I am not distant. I am near, closer than the breath you breathe. closer than the fears you whisper. Feel my presence right now. The process of waiting is not an empty, useless period. It is sacred. In it, I am forming character, shaping endurance, and breathing wisdom into your soul. Patience is not passivity. It is a powerful act of faith. It is saying, Lord, I trust your timing more than my own timetable. Patience is what allows your faith to grow deep roots. It prepares you to carry the blessing without being crushed by it. Many have asked for great blessings, but when they came, they were not mature enough to manage them and were ultimately destroyed by them. I love you too much for that to happen to you. The wait is not my denial. It is my divine design. I am not wasting this moment. I am weaving it into the tapestry of your destiny. There is a beauty in the waiting that you do not yet see. That beauty can only be revealed through time, through trust, through the holy surrender of your will to mine. You are like gold being refined in the fire to remove all impurities. You are like a diamond being cut under pressure so your brilliant beauty can shine. You are being prepared to carry weight, and know this. Your patience is a weapon. It is not weakness, but a strength in the spiritual realm that disarms the enemy. The enemy wants you to become impatient, frustrated, and doubtful. When you choose to wait in peace and trust, you are declaring your victory, as you learn to trust my timing and wait with patience. A miraculous gift will begin to flow into your life. My peace, I am pouring into you serenity and patience like rivers of living water. My peace is not the peace of the world. It is not dependent on circumstances, on things going your way, or on people doing what they should. The world's peace is as fragile as glass. My peace is as solid as a rock. It flows from my very nature, and I never change. This means my peace is constant, steadfast, unshakable. When the world is shaken, you will stand firm because you are rooted in me. When others panic, you will operate in calmness. When confusion reigns, you will have clarity. This peace will not only soothe your heart, it will heal others. Your presence will become a refuge, your life a sanctuary of stillness in a stormy world. People will be drawn to you, wondering how you can have such peace, and you will have the opportunity to point them to the Prince of Peace. This peace is a spiritual inheritance, and it grows stronger every time you surrender, every time you say, Lord, I trust you, even when you do not understand. It is nourished when you choose praise over complaint, stillness over striving, love over control. Cultivate this garden of peace in your soul. It will be one of your most precious assets. My beloved of mine, prepare yourself. The next chapter of your life will look nothing like the last. The scenery is changing. The rhythm is shifting. The atmosphere is clearing. You will feel it in your spirit first. A new sense of freshness, peace, anticipation. That is my confirmation. My voice whispering, yes, it is time. Time to move. Time to build. Time to dream. Time to speak. Time to shine. The time of tangible growth is at hand. The seeds of faith, obedience, and persistence that you have sown, they are beginning to push up through the ground. You will see it with your own eyes. The harvest is not just promised. It has been prepared. What the world calls a coincidence, you will know is my confirmation. What others call luck, you will know is my favor. You will walk into moments where everything aligns perfectly, and you will hear my voice say, see, I told you I was working, and I want you to know my heart in this. I delight in blessing you. I rejoice in performing my word for you. I am not a reluctant giver. I am a generous Father, and I will withhold no good thing from you, not because you have earned it, but because you have believed me. Your belief pleases me, and it opens the door for my generosity to flow. The coming season is not just about restoration, but acceleration. Get ready for a change of pace. Things that took years to build will now take months. Prayers that seemed delayed will now be answered suddenly. Strained relationships will be restored with ease. Doors you have knocked on for so long will swing open without effort. You are stepping into a divine momentum, propelled not by stress, but by surrender. The more you rest in me, the faster you will go. This is how my kingdom operates. Heaven is opening over your life. You have waited long enough. You have wept in secret, believed in silence, and now heaven is opening over your life. I am setting you on a path of divine encounters. Strategic moments are being set up, even now. This includes conversations that change everything, appointments that are purposed, timely revelations that redirect your entire course, and you will not miss them. Your eyes will be open to recognize them, your heart will be sensitive to discern them, and your spirit will be bold enough to act on them. Live in expectation. Every day could be the day of your divine encounter. You are stepping into the fulfillment of long-spoken promises. Perhaps promises you received years ago and had almost given up on. I have not forgotten. I am bringing them to pass. This is not the end of the story. It is only the beginning. I do not release a word without purpose, and I do not stir your spirit without divine intention. You feel it, don't you? The stirring, the awakening, the sense that something is shifting, something greater is unfolding just beneath the surface. This is not your imagination. It is my spirit breathing on you, preparing the soil of your heart to receive all that I am about to plant. My faithfulness is sure. Every promise will be fulfilled. Every word I have spoken will come to pass. Not one will return void. And here is your ultimate inheritance, the greatest treasure. Not just blessing, but a deep, unshakable intimacy with me. From that place of intimacy, everything else flows. Vision, strategy, provision, protection, favor, abundance. It is all found in me. Seek me first, and all these things will be given to you. You are stepping into an answer that carries eternal weight. You are stepping into a stream of favor that will impact generations. Your obedience today is sowing seeds of blessing for your children and your children's children. Your legacy will be one of faith, courage, integrity, and fire. Every yes you have spoken to me is shaping a future you cannot yet see. My beloved of mine, as we come to the end of this message, let this truth settle deep in your soul. The season you are stepping into is not just about answered prayers, but about divine fulfillment. What I am doing is not a partial work, but complete, whole, perfect in its timing and custom designed for you. All the seemingly disconnected pieces of your life, they are coming together in beauty. I am the master architect, and nothing in your story has been random. Every detour, every delay, every tear has been recorded in heaven, and now I am orchestrating everything for my glory and your good. Even the darkest moments have been used to build something unshakable within you. You are stepping into a divine unveiling. What has been hidden in the secret place will now be seen publicly, not for show, not for vanity, but for a testimony. Your life will radiate evidence, evidence of mercy, evidence of grace, evidence of divine intervention. When people ask how, you will answer with one word: Jesus. You will not be able to take the credit. The magnitude of what I do in and through you will point only to me, and that is exactly as it should be. From now on, peace will be your portion, not the kind that visits occasionally, but the kind that resides in your heart. Peace will guide you, peace will protect you, peace will be the banner over your home. When others ask how you can walk in such calm, such stillness in a frantic world, you will say, because I walk with the Prince of Peace, because I abide in the secret place of the Most High, because I have found my rest in Him. You will live unburdened by the tyranny of time. You will no longer rush, no longer compare, no longer carry what is not yours to carry. You will walk with grace, speak with wisdom, move with clarity, because you are aligned with me. In this alignment, you will thrive. Your decisions will be rooted in peace, not panic. Your relationships will be marked by grace, not pressure. Your work will be fueled by purpose, not performance. You will become a carrier of my presence everywhere you go. You will walk into rooms and bring calm. You will speak and hearts will be stilled. You will pray and heaven will move, because I am in you. This is my final reminder to you today. Let it echo in your soul. You are chosen. You are called. You are deeply loved. Nothing in your past can disqualify what I have destined for your future. Nothing. You fear has the power to derail what I have set in motion. My plan for you is intact. My hand upon you is firm. My eye is ever on you, and my love for you is eternal. You will look back on this time, not as a season of delay, but as a sacred cocoon, a place where wings were formed, a place where identity was revealed, a place where my voice became clearer than the noise around you. And when you emerge, and you will emerge, you will soar with confidence, knowing that you fly not in your own strength, but in mine. Even when storms come again, you will not fear. For now you know the secret. Now you carry the peace that surpasses all understanding. Now you walk with a patience that leans into my perfect timing. So go now, my child. Go with joy in your step. Go with stillness in your soul and fire in your eyes. Go with gentle strength and fierce. Love. Go with hands ready to bless and a heart wide open to serve. The world is hurting. The world is hungry. The world is desperate for hope, for truth, for something real. The world needs what I have placed inside of you. Do not hide it. Do not diminish it. Let it shine. And always, always remember, I am with you. I go before you. I am behind you. I dwell within you. You are mine, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can ever separate you from my love. Amen. If this message has touched your heart, if it has ignited a fire of hope in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. There are millions of others who also need to hear these words. Be a messenger. Share it. Let my message, this message of a divine plan, of restoration and hope, reach those who are thirsting for it most. Together, let us light up this world, one heart at a time.